We're back. This is Keith Fields.
And this is Lady Sarah.
And thank you for joining us for a cup of tea.
Yes, we're here to have a bit of fun. Thanks so much. So people are gradually making their way outside. It's been some nice weather we've had here. I don't know about you. And we're all, of course, looking for some good, safe, socially distancing activities that we can enjoy. And we found one. We had a bit of fun, didn't we?
We did. We had the children back for the weekend.
And we managed to go out and do this.
Look at this. Hurrah. We went Actually, darling, I'm not looking good.
Kayaking.
Kayaking. With our son Oliver, not looking great there, darling. Not my best shot.
Show them the next picture.
What's the next picture? What's the next picture?
The next one. It's
oh, darling!
Yes, one of us forgot to keep the canoe the right way up. I'm not going to say who.
Darling, that is so not my best side.
I know, but it was a fun trip.
It was a great trip. Yeah. Great trip.
Anyway, we're going to be finding out a little bit later on where else is open, because from Cadillac Travel, we have David Fishman here.
We certainly do. And homegrown food.
That's easy for you to say.
Is great. But if you lack a green finger, the next best thing is a farmer's market. And Troy's Farmer's Market is opening. So we have Troy Farmer's Market manager, Cindy Stewart, will be telling us what's happening and some of the vendors that will be joining us. I'm ready for it. I'm really ready for it.
We love a bit of magic on this show, as you all know. And oh, look, the name Martin Cox has come up.
Already come up.
Actually, I've got to say, for regular viewers, you'll know this. We went international on our last show for the first time. We had a magician from the United Kingdom.
Well, no. He's from America. He was in London.
I know, but it kind of it tickled me to do our first international act from America. It's complicated. Anyway, we are coming up in the next week. We have got a Canadian 2 times world champion and a guy that fooled Penn and Teller twice. So magicians out there may know who that is from the group.
Yes, try and put that name up in the chat if you can work out who it is.
We also have the international man of mystery, Luxembourg's premier illusionist.
Luxembourg's
premier illusionist coming on the show. That's coming up next week, so you can look forward to that. And today we are going back to the United Kingdom, to London, to a Cockney friend of mine, Martin Cox, who is going to be on the show.
So do, as you know, it's interactive. Join in, send us your likes, let us know where you're at. Green fingers, Joe Pop.
Joe Pop's asking. We use the expression. We do this on the show, don't we? We say things which obviously have no meaning.
And we're rambling now.
We are.
We should write a script. Green fingers. You know, Joe, you're really good with that.
If you're good with plants, we say you've got a green finger.
Joe,
it's obviously something which means nothing in America. We'll find. We'll ask our guests.
They'll know what green fingers mean.
We do hope.
So a couple of weeks ago, you will. Green thumbs, thanks. Yes, sorry, that's me. A couple of weeks ago, I grew some mushrooms, which I'm sure you remember.
Which you showed everyone on the show.
I did. Yeah. So I've moved on.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown a tomato.
It's looking really good, darling.
I'm ready for the farmer's market.
I think you need more than one.
One tomato plant gives you lots of tomatoes. I'll be fine. I'm ready.
Let's find out who our guest is. We have some pictures, I do believe.
Well, we do, darling. Now, I know all about this picture because last week you said nobody ever takes baby pictures of girls with balls.
No, yes, I don't know what's going on here. Girls get given dolls and boys get given. I think it's so you can tell which child is which when they grow up.
No, that little girl has got a ball.
Looks like she's got a bowling ball and she's incredibly strong.
And what other picture? Look at that.
Wow.
That is I'm sure we're going to hear some stories there. And this is a story when they were newly married, her and her lovely husband. So, ladies and gentlemen, please let's have a huge round of applause.
You haven't got your teeth in today.
Farmer's Market manager, Cindy Stewart.
Yay! Hi.
Hi, lovely. Look, we've already got people who can't wait for the farmers.
Oh, we're so excited. I know. Kathy has come to our market every year.
Brilliant. We actually had Kathy on the show not so long ago. So, yes, what a great woman she is. So, come on, Keith, tell me.
Me?
Yeah, no, not you. No.
I mean, Cindy, not
Sorry.
I could tell you. We have a script, and Sarah said, "Come on, Keith," and she's meant to say,
"Sorry,
so Cindy."
Cindy, tell me about this photo. I'm going to flash it up one more time. What is going on? Come on, great shot. What is it?
I had breast cancer, and I'm now a breast cancer survivor. So I was invited to be a model for Bras for a Cause. It's the biggest fundraiser for Gilda's Club, which is right in Royal Oak, and they help people with cancer. And I had a ball. I believe there were 27 of us strutting our stuff across the stage at the Royal Oak Music Theater. It was very scary, but it was so much fun, and we all cheered each other on. The audience was amazing. So it was a fabulous, fabulous event.
Looks like a lot of fun.
And thank you for sharing that with us. That's a great picture, and obviously a great event too.
And they auction off all the bras that all the models wear and raise money.
Oh wow! Right. Okay. Okay. Now, Cindy, as we said, I am ready for the farmers market. What do you think?
Well, you need a little bit more, as your husband said, because you would sell that in the first 5 minutes and then you'd be done. No.
I might have tomatoes by the time you start on the 19th. I thought this would be
19th, the 12th.
12th. No, when
19th.
They start on the 19th. I knew that.
Right. Okay. 19th. Sorry, it's the 19th at 12. I was reading the little ticker that goes along the bottom, and it says June the 12th, but it's those.
No.
Yes.
9th of June at 12.
June 19th at 12 p.m., 12 to 5 p.m. in the library parking lot. We will have farmers, we will have food vendors and food trucks. So fantastic. I think they'll have a few more tomatoes.
Let's back up a bit. What is the thing about farmers markets? What is it thing that makes them unique?
Well, it brings the community together in an open air environment, and you can buy fresh, locally grown Michigan produce and food items. So I think people they like shopping outside. They like supporting their local farmers and their local vendors. So it brings everybody together.
Yeah. And of course, now being outside is a very good thing for the safety aspects.
I think it'll be safer.
What sort of vendors have you got?
Oh, well, we have 8 Plates Farms. Carla, her and her husband and their 4 kids and her parents, that's the 8, they raise grass-fed cows and pigs. So they will be selling beef and pork and also chicken. We have Kit's Garden. She's out of Rochester, and she's got produce and all kind of fruits and vegetables. Westview Farms, Penzine's Produce, Finney's Farm. All of them will have plenty of tomatoes and carrots and zucchini and all kind of vegetables and produce for you. We also have a lot of food vendors. We have Uncle Peter's Pasties. People love buying their homemade pasties. We have Gregory's Scottish shortbread.
Right.
You're
probably familiar with Scottish shortbread being close to your home.
Yes. So hold on. Oh, Keith wants to play this game now.
Yes. This is something I almost forgot. I should have done this a minute ago before we got into it, but we have to play our game of say something in British.
Good.
Otherwise, our audience will be going, what's happening with the show? It's not running according to its usual format. So we're going to pick a British word, and we've got to work out what it means. So I'm going to run my thumb. Just say stop anytime you want to.
Stop.
Okay, we'll go with this one here. Today's word is codswallop.
No, darling, we've had codswallop.
Have we?
Load of codswallop. We've had it. We had it a few weeks ago.
Oh. Sorry, I forgot to take that one out. I do apologise. Let's try again. Here we go. Say
sorry. Stop. People all know.
Stop. Okay, there we go. Today's word is wonky. Have we had wonky?
No, we haven't had wonky.
We haven't had wonky. Okay, say something in British. The word is wonky, W-O-N-K-Y.
Wonky.
I'm putting you on the spot. Do you have any idea?
Sounds maybe odd or kinky or strange.
Kinky.
Interesting one.
Okay, I think we'll move straight on from there, Cindy. Straight on. Cindy, you were talking about the food trucks. Tell me, would we have food trucks yet? Can we eat from food trucks?
We will have different food trucks every week. I don't know if you've ever tried the lobster food truck. Delicious lobster rolls.
Do you know, I don't know. Okay. Lobster.
Delicious. We've used twisted mitten, goat cheese, salt and sugar. We'll have a nice variety, and they will be serving all kind of different foods. Perfect. We have another vendor, Uncle Jimmy's Jellies. I bet you don't know what he sells.
No, but I think I've got the idea. Food trucks are obviously coming in. Now, what about entertainment? Because often at farmers markets, I have to say, actually, Cindy, I Googled Troy Farmers Market, and it said quite clearly that you were holding the farmers market by the riverside. And I was thinking, where's the Riverside in Troy? Obviously the wrong Troy. So make sure when you Google it, you Google Troy, Michigan, because
Spot the
Please.
professionals. That's what
yes, do spot the professionals. So entertainment, a little bit of entertainment.
Yes, Josh Ross is a Troy resident, chamber member, and he owns J. Rose School of Music. So he has all up and coming young artists, older artists, but we will have live music from the J. Rose School of Music. It'll be fabulous.
That's so nice. And I think that's what's so unique about the whole farmers market thing. It is a very much a community feel. And you do some children's events as well, possibly not at the very beginning.
Well, we have always had a kids craft and a kids face painting tent, but this year with the governor's orders, we are not allowed to do that right now. So who knows, maybe at the end of the season or definitely next year.
End of the season. My tomato plant will be ready at the end of the season.
Okay.
I'll have tomatoes.
I know we will have a buyer for your tomatoes.
Tremendous. Excellent. Great. Great.
They're doing a tomato
Oh,
thing, you see.
yeah, Joe Pop's come up with his taste. Okay.
Maybe you have a wonky tomato.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Very good.
I like where you're coming from. Cindy, thank you so much for coming on the show. Will you stick around?
I will. Thank you.
Thank you, because we have something. We want to get you back for our magician a little bit later on.
Absolutely. I'm going to put you in the green room.
There we go.
Wow, that's great. She doesn't want my tomatoes.
Your tomatoes obviously aren't going to be a huge hit in Troy.
And yes.
So moving on, we love to travel. I could almost say it used to be our job, but we've hardly been outside for the last 3 months.
No, hold on. I've been to Kroger. Well, I went to Costco once.
Yeah, absolutely. But to find out what is happening in the world, we turn to the travel guru himself. You may have seen him on Fox News, Fox 2 around here. He's the owner of Cadillac Travel. So please.
No. This is when he was so sweet. Look. This is when a newborn baby came in. You got a picture of him in the paper.
Yes, isn't that sweet?
Do you remember those days? Those were the happy days. Yes. And then he grew up to be this cheeky chappy. Look at this. Look at that.
Would you buy a used car from this man? I'm not sure.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
So he is the owner of Cadillac Travel, which is what I was about to say. Best known as the travel guru on Fox 2. Please welcome David Fishman.
Yay!
We got there in the end. Sorry.
Welcome. Backstroking.
Yes, look, he's got a boat right behind him.
Very impressive.
In fact, if we go large on him, look at that.
Yes. That is a ship and a half behind you, isn't it? Actually, that is half a ship from our point of view, but
yeah, that is the largest ship on the ocean, 262,000 tons.
Is that the Allure?
That is the Allure of the Seas.
Also, I have sailed on that vessel and performed on that vessel. It is a fine ship. It's actually, these things are huge nowadays, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, 2.5 times around it is a mile. It's insane.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. Well, David, you've obviously traveled a lot, but tell me, what's your favorite place in Metro Detroit?
Favorite place in Metro Detroit? There's so many little places and big places. I think I would say either Eastern Market or the DIA, which are two dramatically different things. And of course, concerts. We're missing the concerts on the riverfront, which are always a great time in the summertime. We hope those come back with our social distance concerts.
Yeah. Yes.
There's so much going on, and so much always goes on in the Detroit area, and we're very excited to see what's going to open up this summer, and hopefully at a socially distanced, safe way, we'll be able to get out and start having some more fun.
Now, Keith, you've got a bit of a game. Come on.
Yes, say something in British. The word of the day is wonky, David, and I'm not saying David. I'm calling you wonky.
That's what happens. The sound that happens when my heel breaks and I walk, it sounds wonky.
My
flat tire sounds wonky too.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, the sound does sound wonky.
It is a good word. You're all in the right. You're kind of everyone's in the right sort of area, but you're not quite hitting the nail firmly on the head. We're not quite getting there.
You haven't hit a wonky nail yet.
But that would almost be correct use of the word, wouldn't it? We could say wonky, maybe.
Okay.
Borderline use. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. We're giving too many clues, too many hints. We did a bit of research on your social media, and I saw something on there which I hadn't seen before. Virtual walks. Tell us about these.
Oh, there's a group of people. It's funny because now that we've been virtually locked down,
Mm.
we were going on virtual walks and tours. And what was really nice is we could go for a walk. So we have people that can take you on a walk through either Machu Picchu or down to Venice Beach from Santa Monica Pier, or the Freedom Walk in Boston, which is another fun time. And so all these ideas is so people can, because we've been so pent up, we love the idea that people can actually go and do a physical walk while they have the virtual walk at the same time. So that was a concept that we came up with. So
fantastic. So you're actually visually seeing the walk, so you could actually do it when you're on your walking machine or something like that, and you could actually walk along at the same speed as the video camera.
Yeah, you can even, if you want, you can even get on your stationary bike and do it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That sounds like
we should do a stationary bike.
If I had a stationary bike, I'd give that a go. Yeah. So, sorry.
Well, no, I was going to say, tell us about places around the world, because one of our favorite places right now is Vegas, and we hear on the grapevine it's slowly opening up. Tell us a bit about somewhere like Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas is opening. It has opened up a number of the hotels. They've done a really good job of creating a very safe environment, especially the hotels have done fabulous when they clean the rooms, and what they're doing is they're putting a little like tape on your door. So you get to break the seal like you're the first one in the room.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of novel, kind of fun. And of course, they have all the proper marks on the floors and the plexiglass up, so it makes it you're more comfortable. I can say that from what I've seen, there's been kind of less social distancing, which is kind of hard to do in a casino. But people are enjoying themselves, and they're back out there really enjoying the Vegas Strip, which is one of the more fabulous and unique places, the adult Disneyland, as I like to call it.
The adult Disneyland.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So what about the kids' Disneyland then? Are they beginning to open? I haven't heard what's going on down there.
Oh, good transition, Keith. I like that.
It's almost like
right into it. That was beautiful. Thank you. No, it is opening up in about a week. Universal opened up on the 5th. And once again, they'll be taking the temperature before you come into the park, and they will have a lot of people making sure they direct people in the right directions. And then, of course, they won't be packing them in on the rides. They'll spread them out, like the open middle seat, like on an airplane. And the food courts, the food places will be, of course, what's nice is most of them are outside, so they'll be able to serve the food and make sure that that's a safe environment too. But which will be, you might have to look at Mickey and Donald and everyone for a little more of a distance. You might be missing those hugs.
Yeah.
But
I think that's probably a good thing, though, isn't it? I mean, really.
I don't know. I've seen they can be scary for little kids seeing those big characters.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, Mickey Mouse is just a giant rat if you're 3. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. But maybe they'll have a big mouse trap for him or something. I don't know.
But they're opening up. They're opening up.
So let me say, at least there are still a lot of people that are going to feel uncomfortable going to big crowded places. So is there anything we can do for, if you want a small family unit, you want to go away and stay reasonably independent from everyone else?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's been a lot of demand for RV travel,
Of course.
other types of motorhomes, or the trailer attached, more car types of travel. A big thing, actually, ironically, is the train travel. It's a really good way to go. You can have your own little sleeper car and have your own separate area and go all over the country. People forget that we have a lot of different. The trains can go virtually everywhere in the country. So that's been a big thing. And a lot of people want to get out to the open spaces. So the national parks, where ours is #Road Trip Nation. Go see the United States, because a lot of people think of going out of this country. So a lot of people don't realize how many great things there are to see in this country.
Oh.
Well, you're right, David. I mean, we just had Cole there from Denmark. The thought of traveling to Denmark right now does not fill me with great joy on that long flight.
Sorry, Cole. Denmark's a great country. Nothing against
Denmark. We like the Danes.
We've done the road trips. We've done the camper van.
The RV.
Oh, okay. We call it a camper
They
van.
call them a camper van in the UK.
We took one up to the Heads.
The Heads. Do you know what she means when she says the Heads?
The Heads.
The head. So, yeah, when you got to go to the head. I understand that.
No. Exactly. I told no. She's talking about Mount Rushmore. I think she's the only
the
person in
heads.
the world refers to
Oh,
Mount
that's where you go see the green finger with the head.
No,
That's the place. Okay.
it's all getting very confusing. The whole show's going wonky.
There you go.
There you go.
We're getting to a wonky situation.
We hired a camper van and we took one. We
We've
went
done
to
it
the
two or
RV.
three. Yeah, we've done to Glacier National Park in
But
Yellowstone.
we've been to the UP
Oh,
as well,
yeah.
at the top of Michigan.
You know, the UP.
Yes.
You know, the
UP.
bit of Michigan that's so far north that even Canada doesn't want it.
We were there.
that bit.
Sault Ste. Marie.
Yes.
The locks.
Yeah. There's
Locks on your bagel.
Phenomenon Falls.
Yes, that's one of those words
Phenomenon Falls.
hard to stop.
Yeah, same thing. Very wonky word to quantum.
We're doing really well.
We're getting very close. We have to crack on. David, I have to thank you so much for coming on the show. Will you come back again because things are changing so quickly in your industry. We need to keep abreast of them. So we'll get you back and have another chat.
Absolutely. We're here for you anytime. Keep you safe, keep you moving forward and back on those planes and enjoying the experitions that
Thank you very much. That's David Fishman from Cadillac
Well,
Travel.
we're going to bring in Cindy back now, aren't we?
We're going to bring Cindy back in.
Oh, look, Mother's here.
Hi, Cindy.
Yes, Cindy.
Hey, David.
Mother's here. Her mother's just sent us a note
The
to say
sign
she's
that just
watching.
came up was my mother. My mother just had an operation this morning in England. So
Get well, Midge. We
you
love
can do it, Mother!
We're with
Hurrah!
you.
Anyway, the side.
Hi, Mom.
Magic time. We've got a
Magic
crack on.
time.
International magic time again. We're going to the UK for someone who is not only this time a Brit in the UK, but he is a genuine Cockney from the UK as well. Another man who would know what
Look
he
at him.
was. Yes, there's a very picture of that cheeky grin. I mean, you know when you see a person like that trouble is afoot, don't you?
Sorry, can we just have that last picture up? Because I'm not sure about that haircut.
They used to call them a bowl cut.
I was going to say it was a beautiful bowl cut there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bowl
He
cut.
looks like one of the Beatles.
It does a bit there. He'd like to think that, but he's changed a bit. Please welcome the fabulous Martin Cox.
Same haircut.
Hi guys, you right?
Yeah, how you doing, Martin? Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for joining us, Martin. How would you use the word wonky?
It's another word for a donkey with 3 legs, isn't it?
Yes, that's a good point. Just so I knew Martin would mention it, so I thought I'd beat him to it. Wonky basically means cockeyed or out of whack. Anything that isn't on the
There you
level,
go.
something
Out
would be
of whack.
wonky. So there we go. So that's why you were all getting very close with the word. But I want to say, but Martin here is a true Cockney from London. So, and you speak Cockney rhyming slang?
I do. Like I said to you before, I just had to switch my dog off, but it was up the apple, and I think it was in my whistle. So I found it, switched it off, so it's fine now.
What that actually meant was he had to switch his phone off, but it was upstairs in his suit. Now, I let's just not even go there. Can't even begin to explain it. Martin is here to do some magic for us, and we can talk about this sort of stuff forever. But Martin, we're going to throw it open to you. You're going to take the stage.
Now? Okay.
Now, yeah, you're going to do it.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I always wanted to be like David Copperfield with the wind blowing through my hair. Anyway, so I thought I'd do an illusion for you, and I haven't got my big stage, so I'm going to do a sort of close-up illusion, just using 2 cards. One's going to be the illusion, and one's going to be our assistant. I'll put the assistant in my pocket for just a second. Wrong way round. I'm going to put the assistant in my pocket for one second. This is going to be our illusion. So for that, I'm going to fold it and make it into sort of a box, if you like. Okay. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to place it. Right here. Right here. This is our assistant. Now, assistants are normally good like dancers or gymnasts. I don't know whether I told you this, Keith. I wanted to learn the splits once. Have I told you this?
No.
No? Oh, I went to see a gymnast. I said, I'd love to learn the splits. And she said, how flexible are you? I said, well, I can't come here Wednesdays or Fridays.
Martin, that was
So we're just going to put a name on this. I think what I'll do is I'll just stick Sue, because that's my wife. So that would be good. And she used to be my assistant. And she actually did go in a box once. You see that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got that.
Right, there she is. We'll use her in a minute. Now, the illusion, I think it'd be good if you put a slot or a slit into it so we could put a blade through it.
Yeah.
Now, what I want you to imagine is a stage. If you can imagine a stage, and here's our illusion, and we're going to wheel the illusion out on stage. Here it comes. It's got a squeaky wheel. We can fix that. Oh, there it is. And on dances Sue. Here she comes. Look at her. And she's good. Look at her. She dances. And the illusion over the illusion. Oh, she's good. I'm going to put her inside the illusion. Now, there's not a lot of room inside this illusion. So I think she can only do one thing, and that's flip. So I'm going to do that. There she is. Watch her flip. I just click my fingers and watch as she flips. Did you see her flip? Look at that. Now we're going to use the slot. We're going to make it more visual, more visual. Watch as Susan slowly turns back. Susan. I'm going to open the door so you can see her in an altered state. Half and half. Susan. I can't leave her like that. It wouldn't be fair. So if I click my fingers, watch. She slowly turns back into herself. There she is, the lovely Sue, my wife, in a box. And there you go. You can take them home with you.
That's crazy stuff. Beautifully done, as always, my friend. Thank you so much.
Martin, just tell us, how is London?
Yes.
Okay.
It's losing a lot of statues, evidently, lately.
Is it?
Yeah, they'll be being thrown in the river.
Oh dear. Life is changing everywhere. Life is changing everywhere. Anyway, we like to finish this show on some positive thoughts.
So,
Okay.
Cindy, let's go back to you. Cindy, tell us your positive thought as we get halfway through the week.
All right. My favorite quote is from Winnie the Pooh. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
I love it.
I love that.
We like Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, Milne, got it.
We used to go for walks in 100 Acre Wood, the real one,
Yep.
in the UK. Yes, lovely.
Lovely.
Thank you. Martin, do you have a positive thought for us, sir?
Well, yeah. So I got this. If you don't succeed, try again, and that's from a serial killer. Anyway, so my positive thought is actually you always pass failure on the way to success, and that was from Mickey Rooney.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wow.
That's a
I
good
don't know
one.
what to say about either of those.
No, it's true. It's good stuff. David, over to you. You're muted at the moment.
Oh, hold
I'm
on.
afraid,
Let me
David.
unmute you.
let me
Hold on.
unmute
That's
you.
me.
There we
I'm
go.
muted.
You're not muted now. You're free.
Oh,
Sorry.
good. I feel
A
better
positive
now.
thought, sir.
So here's my quote of the day. We travel not to escape life, but so life does not escape us.
That's kind of what it's then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very profound. Yes.
Very profound. Very profound.
In this time, it's even more profound because it's time to go out and experience life again and get out there and see each other, see the world. So I'm very excited because people are getting out
in a socially responsible way. We have to underline. We have to underline that. We have to underline that. Thank you.
All over the place.
Yes, thank you so much, all of you, for being on the show. From Cadillac Travel, we have David Fishman.
Thank you.
Cindy Stewart from the Troy Farmers Market.
And our good friend Martin Cox, magician from the UK. We couldn't have done the show without you. Thank you so much. All it remains is for us to say,
Cheerio.